Swearing in for a third consecutive term, Nicolas Maduro lashed out at critics at home and abroad who say there's credible evidence that he stole last July's presidential elections.
Say what you want, do what you must, but this constitutional investiture could not be stopped and is a great victory for democracy in Venezuela.
At issue is precisely the legitimacy of his election, which the opposition claims to have won by a landslide. Maduro's refusal to present tally sheets to prove that he won, as the law demands, unleashed an uproar in the region and beyond. Half a dozen countries, including the United States, have formally recognized exiled opposition candidate Edmundo González as Venezuela's rightful president.
Lo juro por la historia.
Washington offered $25 million for information leading to his arrest and conviction on charges of alleged narco-terrorism. The same applies to his closest aides. The EU has also slapped sanctions on Venezuelan officials accused of human rights violations. And, as never before, Maduro is isolated in his own region. This is where Venezuela's embassy in Santiago, Chile, used to operate until after the elections, when both countries virtually severed ties. In fact, all but two Latin American countries, Nicaragua and Cuba, have either cut their diplomatic relations altogether or distanced themselves from Maduro. However, Venezuela's government has other, more powerful allies. Russia and China sent top-tier leaders of the Duma and the People's Congress to the inauguration to underscore their support, as well as Iran, India, and OPEC. Meanwhile, Edmundo González failed to make good on his vow to return to Venezuela to claim the presidential sash in the face of certain arrest.
Edmundo
will come to Venezuela to be sworn in as constitutional president of Venezuela at the right time when the conditions are right.
Tensions remain very high, as evidenced by Maduro's decision to close Venezuela's airspace and border crossings with neighboring Brazil and Colombia to keep out those whom he says are enemies of the government. Lucia, Newman, Al Jazeera, Santiago.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.